Previously on Haley Wanders. After 7 days in Scotland, it was time to head to Ireland. Of course, our first stop in Ireland had to be the iconic Jameson Distillery, followed by a full day of exploration of the west coast of Ireland. That brings us to today, St. Patrick's Day in Dublin, Ireland, 2023. Good morning and happy St. Patrick's Day. I have my own personal chef here. Chloe's just better at making eggs. I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, we're gonna get ready to go to the St. Patrick's Day parade. And I'm like living for these little wiggly headband things. It's so cute. I keep moving my head around like this. We're decked out in green, sort of. We have green socks and green other things. And we're gonna try not to get pickpocketed. See you there! We took a more traditional route to the St. Patrick's Day parade, which is going straight to a bar. We eventually did get to the parade, but only for a little while because there were so many people there that our view was entirely blocked. So we ended up just spending a little bit of time and then heading to eat. The video that you just saw there was from a bar window up on the second story, and eventually we did get to this point where the only thing we could see were these aerial artists, which I thought was really neat, but I definitely had my eardrums burst from how loud the music was. For lunch, we went to the Brazen Head, and if you don't know about this pub, it's time you look it up. It was established in 1198. It's Dublin's oldest pub and possibly the world's oldest pub. It has multiple rooms and multiple floors, and we ended up getting a very, very nice meal there, as well as enjoying some drinks and just the atmosphere overall. Usually, very touristy pubs are places where you can't sit down because it's just too busy. As soon as we were leaving, the line started going down the street. But since we left the parade early because we couldn't see anything, we were able to sit down and actually get a meal. So if you're gonna go to this place, make sure that you go early, but it is definitely worth the hype. Okay, happy St. Patrick's Day for real this time. So we spent some time at the parade. So we spent some time at the parade and didn't see much because we weren't there early enough, and there's literally like 500,000 people here apparently. So we went to a bar. Ignore her. We went to a bar, got some drinks, and that took forever as well. And I found this super cool hat, which I'm in love with. Left that bar, went and walked around a little bit. So now we are at the Brazen Head, which is the oldest in the world. If not, I'm not sure if it's the oldest in the world, but it's Ireland's oldest pub. It was established in 1198. If that tells you their tradition of drinking. We got some food here because it's like 2:30 already, and we didn't eat anything but eggs this morning. I think the hat is really cute. So now we're gonna go see what the Guinness Storehouse has to offer us. I think the parade's wrapped up, but I could be wrong, and it's just been a day of drinking so far, and some fun where we can find it. It's busy in here, but it is really cool. So I definitely recommend coming to the Brazen Head if you are looking for some like authentic history for Ireland, but also just a good drink and food. It was way less busy than that bar that we went to on McConnell Street, I think. I don't know where the bar was, but it was on a busy part of the parade route. So don't go there. Just go to an actual bar, see it for like 3 seconds. There was some really cool aerial artists. But that's the only thing we could see because they were actually in the air, not on the ground. We're gonna go see what other things have in store for us, and then maybe get some sleep tonight. We're going to Trinity tomorrow. And with that, I will say goodbye for now. The Guinness Storehouse was founded in 1759 when Arthur Guinness signed a 9,000-year lease. Yes, you heard that correctly, a 9,000-year lease for an annual rent of £45. This is the same 4-acre lot where the impressive 7-story Guinness building stands today. Tickets to experience the Guinness Storehouse range from €26 to €280 per person, providing options for every budget. We bought tickets at the door, but you can purchase them online beforehand as well. If you're looking at a map of the floors of the Guinness Storehouse, you're gonna notice that there's only 6 floors on the map. That's because they have a ground level and a lower ground level rather than floor 1 and 2. Each floor of this building has a different educational purpose, and they spared no expense when creating it. Floor 0 is where you get your tickets, or lower ground level, and then on the first floor you'll learn about the history of Guinness, the ingredients, and where these ingredients are sourced from. I will list the floor level according to the map down in the right hand corner of this video, but while I'm speaking, I'm going to be talking about it as if I am on the floors, speaking in 1, 2, 3 rather than ground level and so on. This is also where you're going to get your souvenirs, and then floor 2 is where you're going to learn about how Guinness is brewed and also where the tasting laboratory is located if you decide to go for that deluxe tour.
Shamrocks at the Guinness warehouse. Oh my gosh. Gal just literally walked up to us and was like, hey, you want a face painting with some glitter? And we said, absolutely, count us in. So this is what we ended up in. She's so cute.
This floor also showcases the evolution of Guinness distribution around the world. On the next 3 floors, there was a variety of performances happening, as well as full bars serving, you guessed it, lots of Guinness. And along with the Guinness, there was a coffee bar serving, of course, boozy coffees and cake, and we, of course, got both.
My name is Dareth. Both myself and I were fluent Irish speakers, so we're going to teach you guys a few words. Are you up for that yet?
Yeah!
Okay, I'm going to start you off with something very easy but also very important. How you say hello. The Dublin people might know this already, so help your friends out around us. So we're going to start off with saying hello. We'll give you an example. Dia gwit, Ulla.
Dia star.
Okay, so I'm going to say it and then I'm going to get you guys to say it, okay? Dia gwit.
Dia gwit.
Very good. Now, there's an interesting thing about Irish people. We're very particular sometimes. So when you say dia gwit to someone, you have to add an extra word when you're responding. I'll show you this again. Dia gwit, Ulla.
Dia star.
Right, so if someone says dia gwit to you, you respond with dia is mura gwit. I'm going to get you to say it, right? Dia is mura gwit.
Dia is mura gwit.
Very good. Dia is mura gwit.
Dia is mura gwit.
Okay, these are doing well. Yeah.
Continuing up to the 3rd floor, or the 2nd according to the map, you'll dive into the world of advertising. Now this one was my favorite by far. Guinness has produced some of the most popular icons used in marketing, not to mention the national symbol of Ireland was actually inspired by the Guinness harp. If you take a look at the 2 symbols, you'll notice one small difference. The harp of Ireland is backwards. This was just enough of a change to avoid infringing on trademark laws, otherwise the country of Ireland would be paying Guinness for the precious symbol. And finally, the grand finale of the Guinness Storehouse is the top floor, otherwise known as the Gravity Bar. This is a large circular room at the top of the building with 360-degree views of the city of Dublin. You're given a drink voucher with your admission ticket, and this was the perfect place to enjoy a complimentary Guinness on St. Patrick's Day overlooking the city of Dublin. I had to pinch myself several times. This just didn't feel real, and I am so grateful that I got to have this experience. I'd also like to quickly point out that they seriously thought of everything. This entire building itself is shaped like a pint of Guinness, and you just have to appreciate the irony of that.
Okay, we finally made it out of the Guinness Storehouse. That took forever. Got some food, tried to get some drinks, but honestly just don't like Guinness. But the experience was good.
And I'm allergic.
She's allergic to beer. So we tried to get ciders and they literally sold out the person before us. We love that. So we left with some goodies, matching shirts, because we have matching shirts from Athens. So of course we are gonna get matching shirts from here at some point. Now we're gonna go walk around. Oh, we should ride that horse. I'm hot AF. Hot as feck, as they say here. Jesus, it's hot as feck. Alrighty, we stopped at John's. No idea what John's is. It's a bar. John Crete, I think. It's spelled C-R-E-E-T-H, and they don't pronounce T-H. So it's gonna be Crete. My phone's gonna die, and I didn't bring my extra camera out because I didn't want to get pickpocketed.
I think we would have been fine.
I think we would have been fine too, but it's alright. So here's to low quality image, drinks, and happy St. Paddy's Day. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. As the remaining hours of St. Paddy's Day 2023 came to an end, I couldn't help but find myself just overjoyed with how this day had gone and my experience here. I can truly say that no one does St. Paddy's Day quite like Dublin. The College of Holy and Undivided Trinity of Queen Elizabeth near Dublin, more commonly known as Trinity College. Founded in 1592 by Queen Elizabeth I, this college holds deep and rich history of the city of Dublin and still holds its reputation as a research-intensive center. For many people, simply walking around the campus takes them to another time altogether. But for us, we decided to go with a guided tour led by a current university student. With a university this old, there is bound to be history that you will just not find out on your own, so opting for a guided tour helps to bridge that gap and honestly provided some funny stories as well.
Exams, last thing I'll mention about the exam hall is traditional. So the entire ceremony is for any big things that he brought it about as provost here in college. The only thing we know for now in Trinity is when he became provost. He famously said, "Over my dead body will a woman enter Trinity College." The castle on it represents Dublin, the lion on the left represents England, and the harp represents Ireland. So as you guys might know, the harp is the national symbol for Ireland, and it is based off of a real harp called Brian Boru's harp. And that harp is actually in the old library, so you guys will get to see it later on today.
Hello from Trinity. We are just finishing up our tour. So we're now leaving campus and we're gonna go head to some other shops that we need to hit and see the spire and some other like monuments that we just haven't seen yet in town. And then it's time to get started packing. 30 euros for the tour and seeing the Book of Kells. You could say that's debatable on whether or not it's worth it. There's some cool historical facts, but I'm sure you could look them up if you really tried. So I'll leave that one up to you guys. I guess you got to do it because it's part of the deal of Ireland. So goodbye, Trinity. And out of nowhere, it started to rain again. But nonetheless, we are heading to the spire, which is really just something to look at. I'm sure it has a historical background, but I have no idea what it is. All I know is that the people of Ireland are mad because it cost 3 million euros. And it's literally just a needle in the ground, but it is pretty big. So we're gonna go look at it. We're going to the Halfpenny Bridge, and other people say it Haypenny, Halfpenny. It's spelled like this, so you can understand why people are confused, but the native Irishmen that we had for our tour guide said it was Halfpenny. So that's how we're going to say it. Anyway, it's called that because when it was first built as the first bridge to cross over the River Liffey from the north to the south, or south to north, in Dublin, it cost a penny to go across. So there you go, there's your history lesson for the day, and we're gonna go look at it. Okay, back at the Airbnb again. After we crossed over the Halfpenny Bridge, we ended up just going and doing some shopping. We went to the Harley Davidson shop. We stopped and checked out Temple Bar, but of course with it being raining, everybody was inside drinking. So we stopped and just looked without getting a drink. And then we just kind of did some more like touristy shopping, ate lunch at Sophie's Bar and Grill, which is a rooftop bar. That was pretty cool. We didn't have like the best seat in the place, but we were hungry at the moment, so that was kind of perfect for us to just get food out of the way. I actually got a full Irish breakfast, which I have been wanting to get because I like to experience the authentic food of the country that I'm in, and it was really good. And I have some leftovers, which is perfect because I don't want to have to make something later. But we are back at the Airbnb, and it is only like 3 or 4 in the afternoon because we have laundry to do, we have dishes to do, and we just need to sit down and kind of dig through the pictures we've taken and all the other stuff and just get ready to kind of go back home. Tomorrow is our last full day, so we have a full day tour, so we're not going to be home at all. And then we might have a special surprise at the end of the day, which I'm very excited for, and I will share with you tomorrow. And then the next morning, or rather later morning, we are leaving to go back to the States, Washington State specifically. So that will be a long flight. But we're just gonna hang out here for a while. Normal life stuff, kind of relax, chill out. We've been walking so much the last 2 weeks. So it just, we need a little break. And we're gonna watch Tangled while we do that.
We ended up watching Tangled, Brave, and Frozen 2.
And lucky us, Disney Plus was hooked up automatically to the TV. I didn't even have to log in. So that's beautiful and perfect. And we're gonna just relax. So I'll see you tomorrow.